Happy New Year. I hope that you guys got some well-deserved rest. Spent some quality time at home because we didn't have much time to do much of anything. But looking at these numbers, quite frankly, I don't even know where to start. But clearly, we might have not had enough time to go out and do much because of a lockdown, but clearly a lot of people got out and bought homes. December was insane, off the charts. I've been doing this about 15, going on to 16 years. I have never seen a December like this. For the year, we ended up at 95,000 units sold, which puts us, and that puts that year, 2020, in the top 3 ever in the Toronto Regional Real Estate Board stats. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, when at the beginning of the year, I think I would be on record that I think I said somewhere around 75,000 units is where I thought it would end up with COVID and the pandemic. I thought that was going to be way too ambitious, and everything was going to probably be around 60,000 units. We ended up at 95,000. Insane. And December's numbers, I mean, sales for the month, 77,180. Last year was just 4,364. That's an increase of just about 65% increase from last year. But when you look at everything, I mean, everything that when we look at December and the whole year as in review, I mean, we look at the numbers last year, and housing, when I'm talking about housing, I'm talking about detaches, semis, townhomes. They were all, single digits, higher in the single digits, almost, getting into the double digits. And leading the way was basically condos. And then we knew that near the end of the year that housing was starting to make its push. And it did. It did, as we can see. We'll see the numbers in the next couple of months in comparison. COVID happened, and, condos took a backseat. And housing has just been robust the entire year. I mean, I'm looking at year-to-year changes. I mean, it's so, I don't even have the word. I mean, we're looking at Burlington, year-to-year price change, 18.4%. Milton, 19.77%. Oakville, 16.17%. Brampton, just shy of 15%. Caledon, almost 19% year-to-year. So, I mean, it's just crazy. But now you're looking at the condo market. Honestly, it's sad. I mean, I'm looking at this. I almost want to shed a tear. It's you're in the lower single digits, and that's in partly because, again, people were looking for more space. People were looking to make that change and move out of the core, the dense populated places. If we look at some of these other numbers, stuff outside of the norm, we're looking at, if we look at Ajax, Brock, Aurora, Markham, Guelph, Barrie, Essa. I mean, I had to Google. I didn't even know where Essa was, Ontario. And when they saw year-to-year detached price changes were 34.89%. So when you look at that, that's still, again, it's what we've been saying. People are looking for more space. People are looking to get out of this, confined space of a condo, and they're looking at, again, these, high dense areas. They're moving outwards, trying to, get more bang for their buck. That's still prevalent today. There's no inventory when it comes to housing right now. There was a scenario where if actually, let me just rewind a little bit. If you're a buyer in this market, I pray for you. Have patience. Stay calm. Get ready to get your heart broken. I mean, there was a property that one of our clients was pursuing just a couple of days ago in the Churchill Meadows area. A lot of people are talking about this. It was listed for the exact same price of a home that sold the month before. And that house the month before with a finished basement sold for $825. A month later, pretty much the same house, unfinished basement, a couple of things here and there better, but sells for $966,000 a month later, and 71 offers. It was literally the only house in Churchill Meadows. So you're gonna see this. There's still a big pool of buyers. Interest rates are still great. There's a lot of buyers looking to get into the market, but we have like no inventory, which is gonna do this. And I suspect this is gonna happen over the next, 2 to 3 months, because now with the new lockdown rules, what can you possibly get done in your house? If the project hasn't been started prior to January the 12th, you're gonna have to wait until these rules relax. If you're a seller, great time. I mean, what I just showed you, a guy who bought a house a month ago for $825, a month later, $966, he's already up and he hasn't even probably gotten the keys yet. If you're a seller and you've already maybe bought something, and that's what I would advise. If you're looking at selling, make sure you've already bought something. But if you're a seller looking to make a sale right now, or maybe downsize into a condo, maybe you want to move out into the outer areas, this is probably one of the best times for you because there's a lot of people looking. If you're a renter, you got a lot of choice. I mean, there's still downtown. I'm hearing of deals that rent. One of our clients is renting a unit, paying $19.50, and he's vacating. He's changing his plans. But the same unit now, the landlord is offering the same unit for rent for $1,400. I mean, that's just bonkers. But that's what's happening. I've seen some stuff too where they're offering up to 3 to 6 months free rent for people that are looking to move into the downtown. If you're a renter, you got a lot of choice. You can probably get something that you probably wouldn't have imagined you could get last year. Let me see if maybe that's a renter right now. No, it's not. But there's a lot of choice, and you can probably get a lot of property for what you're probably currently paying. As far as an investor, if you're an investor in it for the long run, long term, I would say that condo purchases in downtown is probably a very good option right now. Again, in the long term, you're probably going to see the condo market probably start catching some momentum. I would probably say somewhere around mid-year. And the reason being is that if the market continues the way it is, there's going to be some buyers that are going to be pushed out of the market, and they want to have that pride of ownership and buy something, which is probably going to steer them into condo ownership, into condo purchases. So look for that to happen. You're going to see that momentum again mid-year, and as that happens, then more and more people are probably going to go that way. I don't see housing relaxing anytime now or anytime soon. Again, once this vaccine circulates, once they open up the borders, you're probably going to see a lot more people coming into the city, and that's what they're going to gravitate to. Look, I can't even speak. Gravitate to is these high dense areas, because we are still human. We are still people, and people want to see people. And even though they're right now in the short term probably moving outside that core, I would suspect that eventually, once we get a hold of things and everything trends to get back to normality, which we don't know what that is, you'll see those people, some of those come back to that high dense areas, or you'll see people that are coming in, immigration, and move into those areas. That's the market stats. It's crazy. But what do you expect? It's typical economics 101, supply and demand. Very little supply, a lot of demand, just pushes the price up. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I cannot wait to give you the next month's stats and see where we're at and where the market is heading. You know how to reach us. You know where to find me. And